Hello, my fellow Muppeteers. It is good to see you again. And welcome back to the channel of Muppetism. Today we've got something that I haven't done in some time. This is David Mitchell's SoapBox. I love these. I've done like 3 or 4 of these, and I loved every one. And this is sent in by R.T. Keen. Please tell me how to say your name. In fact, R.T. Keen, I just did finish recording another one of your suggestions. And that was the stuff about the troubles in Northern Ireland. So I'm actually worried about that one because that's a serious thing, and I didn't want to piss anybody off when I recorded that reaction. But I felt like it needed to be done because it's a subject that I know very little to nothing about. So thank you for sending that in as well as this. But anyway, let me know how to get your name right. But you'll see that reaction drop later in the week. I think I scheduled it for Saturday. Anyway, this one is titled Allegiance to the Welsh by David Mitchell Soapbox. This is from David Mitchell Soapbox. So I'm guessing this is going to be some jokes at the expense of the Welsh, which, if I know the Welsh, at least the ones that I've interacted with on this channel, they can take a joke better than anybody from the UK. So I'm sure they're game for it. I love the Welsh. They're awesome people. You're all awesome people, but the Welsh in particular have, I think, perhaps the best sense of humor. I could be wrong about that, but they're awesome people. Anyway, David Mitchell Soapbox, Allegiance to the Welsh. Let's react to it. Ooh, do I not have this set up? I'm such a muppet. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. Now, thank you, R.T. Keen, for sending that in. Remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. God, I can't talk. And let's see what he has to say about the allegiance to the Welsh. Here we go.
Today, I thought I'd have a
It had to be sheep. I think that's the earliest I've stopped. Well, it's one of the earliest. I'm like, oh, well, I wonder what he's going to say about the Welsh. Immediately, picture of sheep. Oh, God. All right, sorry. Start that over.
Today, I thought I'd have a bit of a nationalist rant about how great a country is. But don't worry, my country of choice is Wales, so it's allowed. I'm a bit Welsh myself, as you can plainly tell from my sonorously lilting tones. But I grew up in England, and my parents are Welsh, Scottish and English, which is not as mathematically improbable as it seems at first glance. Accordingly, I think of myself as British. I support Wales in the rugby, England in the cricket, and sort of Wales in the football, but practically speaking England, and even more practically speaking, I don't care about football. So I consider I can have my...
I was just about to say, dude, you've gone on multiple football rants, so why would you care?
pick of the British nations to root for, and I'm going with the Welsh because, by and large, they're the nicest. The Scots come across as chippy and often violent, and while of course I realise that's a baseless generalisation and that I'm in little danger of being glassed by Lorraine Kelly, the other Scottish stereotypes, the ones about alcohol-related deaths and child obesity levels, they come with statistics attached. The English, meanwhile, are smug and inherently right-wing. Remember that without the Welsh and Scottish vote, England wouldn't have had a left-wing government until 1997, and we didn't even get one then. As for the Irish, I don't know why I don't warm to the Irish, given that the Irish are more or less genetically engineered to be warmed to. Maybe it's the terrorism. Yes, I think that's it. It may be unfair, but I can't help the fact that...
Dude, that hits so different after I've just watched that... like 35-minute documentary on the Troubles, which was very good, I must say. But I'm telling you, man, I'm worried when that one comes out because it's a sensitive subject. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm just an outsider who's trying to learn some things. But anyway, that comes out Saturday. But I'm recording this as I just watched that, so the terrorism line hits a little different now after watching that.
I don't know why I don't warm to the Irish, given that the Irish are more or less genetically engineered to be warmed to. Maybe it's the terrorism. Yes, I think that's it. It may be unfair, but I can't help the fact that all the time I was growing up, during which I never went to Ireland, my main impression of it was as the place where all the scary news came from. Obviously, the news is much less scary now, and that's terrific, but perceptions like that take a while to change. Let's hope that in 20 years' time, the things most readily associated with Afghanistan are its genial stand-ups and its chains of gastropubs. Whereas the Welsh are great. They prioritise education and the arts like no one else. They have no aristocracy. They prefer rugby to football, which is quite right, and they're not always moaning on about the English like the others, and I include in that the English. Okay, maybe they do occasionally, on a bad day, do a little bit of moaning on about the English.
I've seen it, yeah.
There's always going to be some bitterness from a smaller nation
I've
to the
seen
big
it.
fat one next door that keeps making up laws for it, but they're not really bothered. They pretty much only agreed to devolution out of politeness to stop the Scottish one seeming like such a massive deal. In all honesty, I'd say Yorkshire is more bitter about England than Wales is, and they're English. In fact, that is my St David's Day suggestion. Let's invite Wales to join in with England.
That's so funny to me. Oh my God, the people of Yorkshire are more bitter about the English than the Welsh are, and they're fucking English. That's a hell of a line. Anybody from Yorkshire? Can anybody from Yorkshire confirm that? Oh man. Oh, you're the ones with those wonderful accents too, the people of Yorkshire.
In all honesty, I'd say Yorkshire is more bitter about England than Wales is, and they're English. In fact, that is my St David's Day suggestion. Let's invite Wales to join in with England and expel Yorkshire to make room. It'll be a straight swap, and what we lose on the puddings, we'll gain on the rarebit. Oh, and for the sake of fairness, I suppose I ought to add that I was once nearly beaten up in Cardiff by a Scotsman.
Yo! Oh my God. Dude, it's like that felt like listening to David Mitchell. It's like listening to UK culture having a family argument with itself. All in just in 1 2.5 minute dialogue from David Mitchell. Amazing. And in fact, Wales was the biggest beneficiary of this video. Oh man, dude, that was awesome. It's really fun because like this particular video, I mean, I mentioned that the Northern Ireland stuff hits really hard after watching that one video, but with the rest of it, between Scotland and Yorkshire and Wales and everybody, it just hits. Now that I've had like 2 or 3 years of learning about you guys, it makes a lot more sense than what I would have watched this if I watched this video like 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So some people have like I always smile when I see somebody a comment either saying like, "Hey, you actually get us," or "You get our humor." But the main thing is, I try my best. My brain retention is pretty poor, but I really try my best because I just find it interesting. Different, even if it wasn't like the UK, if it was like Russia or Nigeria, like I would still find it interesting, and I try to retain as much as I can. So I give it my best shot. And you fuckers are hilarious over there, as I've found out. So I appreciate you guys. So hopefully that video went down well, and shout out to Wales with the dragon flag. I love the Welsh flag, man. It's awesome. Anyway, much love. Thank you, RT Keen, for sending this in. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day and stay safe. Peace out.